Most people think the paycheck is the only thing that matters. You clock in, you clock out, and you get paid for your time. That is the way the 9 to 5 world works. And it is also how most soldiers look at the army. They see the bi-weekly deposit, they see the base pay chart, and they think that is all there is. But here's the truth. The VA has a benefit that actually pays you more than your job. And most veterans don't even realize it. Some waste it. Some never file for it. Some treat it like an afterthought. But if you understand how it works, you will see why this single benefit is worth more than years of punching a clock. I'm talking about VA disability compensation, tax-free, guaranteed for life, and stackable with every other benefit you earn. This is the hidden income stream that can outpay your job and buy you real freedom if you know how to use it. On this channel, I show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime bag. So subscribe. Let's get honest. Most jobs pay you once for your effort. You put in hours, you get a wage. You put in more hours, you get overtime. If you stop working, the pay stops. That is the rule of the rat race. But VA disability breaks that rule. It pays you whether you are working or not. It pays you when you are sick, when you are healthy, when you are studying, when you are starting a business, when you are between jobs. It pays you until the day you die. And it is not taxable. That means the dollar amount you see on the chart is worth even more compared to a civilian paycheck. Because civilian here, then they get taxed, then spend what is left. You get paid and keep every cent. Let's do the math. If your disability rating pays you $3,000 a month, that is $36,000 a year. For a civilian to take home that same amount, $36,000 after taxes, they might have to earn $45,000 or even $50,000 depending on the state and deduction. At higher ratings, it is even more dramatic. At $4,500 a month, you are taking home the equivalent of a $70K job. But here is the kicker. You can still work on top of it. That means the disability check does not replace your income. It multiplies. It is not a safety net, it is a launch pad. But too many veterans miss this because they don't file, they don't document, or they don't believe they are entitled to it. They think disability means being broken, unworthy, or unable to work. That is the lie. Disability means the VA compensates you for the cost of your service, your knees, your back, your hearing, your sleep, your mental health. These are things you gave up for the contract. Compensation is not charity, it is payment, and the payment shows up every month forever. That is why I call it the benefit that pays you more than your job, because your job can fire you, your job can downsize you, your job can disappear. But your VA disability check, that does not stop. It does not shrink. It does not get taxed. It is yours for life. Let me tell you how this played out for me. I had a full-time IT job after service. Good money, steady hours. But while my peers were living paycheck to paycheck, I had a second stream of income hitting my bank account every month. $4,544 tax-free, guaranteed. That number was more than my rent, more than my utilities, more than my groceries combined. My job paid me for my time. The VA paid me for my service. Together, they created margin. That margin gave me choices. I could pay off debt faster. I could invest. I could support my family. I could take risk with side businesses that my co-workers couldn't. They needed the paycheck to survive. I could stack mine to build. That is the difference this benefit makes. It does not just cover bills. It creates opportunity. It buys you back your time. Now, let's break down how this compares directly to jobs. Take someone making $40,000 a year at an entry-level job. After taxes, they are bringing home maybe $32,000. That is about $2,600 a month. A veteran with a 100% disability rating is taking home around $4,500. Who is winning? The guy grinding 40 hours a week or the veteran who already gets more just for existing? Add in that the veteran can still work, still earn, still climb in their career. And you see why I say this benefit pays you more than your job. Even at lower ratings, the math is powerful. A 50% rating at around $1,000 a month is $12K a year tax-free. That is like having a part-time job that never fires you. And if you stack that with the VA loan, the GI Bill, healthcare, and state-level perks, the value multiplies. The disability check is the anchor, the steady heartbeat. the thing you can count on no matter what else happens. But listen, most veterans don't file because they feel guilty. They think they are taking money they don't deserve. They think they are not hurt enough. They think filing makes them weak. That is wrong. Filing is not a weakness. Filing is wisdom. The VA system was built because service costs you something, whether you admit it or not. Pride will not pay your bills. Pride will not fund your kids' college. Pride will not fix your knee when you are 50 years old and cannot climb stairs without pain. Filing is not begging. Filing is collecting. And once you collect, you free yourself from the cycle that traps everybody else. You stop running on the hamster wheel for every dollar. You start stacking, saving, building. You start living with margin instead of fear. And that is when life opens up. Let's paint a picture. Imagine two veterans who both serve the same 4 years contract. One never files, shrugs off the pain, and goes back to civilian life. He gets a job at 50K a year, pays taxes, pays rent, pays insurance. After everything, he has just enough left for groceries and gas. Then, years later, he's still renting, still paycheck to paycheck, still wondering why he feels like he's running but not moving. The other files properly. He documents his injuries, he files his claim, and he was out with a 100% rating. Now, he's bringing in $4,500 a month that's free on top of his 50K job. That is $104,000 a year combined take home. In 10 years, he has bought a house with a VA loan, invested in index funds, started a side business, and set his kid up for college without debt. Same service, two totally different outcomes. That is the difference this benefit makes. That is why I say it pays you more than your job. Let me address a myth that disability pay makes you lazy. People say if you are getting paid not to work, you will not work. That might be true for some, but for the discipline, it is the opposite. This disability income removes desperation. It removes the fear of missing one paycheck. It removes the need to hold toxic jobs or toxic bosses. When you have margin, you can think clearly. You can choose better roles. You can build businesses. You can invest with patience. It is not a handout. It is a hand up. It is the foundation that lets you climb without sleeping. And that is why veterans who use it correctly end up wealthier, freer, and more fulfilled than those who ignore it. Not because they are lucky, but because they leverage the system that was built for them. Here is what I tell every veteran. Document everything. Do not wait until you are too old to prove it. Do not wait until it is too late to file. Every ache, every injury, every sleepless night, put it on record. Get the exams, get the evidence, file the claim, appeal if you need to, because every month you delay is money you never get back. If you file and you win, you do not just improve your finances, you improve your family's future. You give your kids option, you give your spouse security, you give yourself peace of mind. That is worth more than any job will ever pay you. Jobs come and go. Companies rise and fall. Bosses hire and fire. But the VA benefit, that is for life. Let's get real for a second. What will you do if you knew you had an extra $2,000, $3,000, or even $4,500 hitting your bank account every month, no matter what? Will you quit the job you hate? Will you start the business you have been afraid to try? Will you go back to school without worrying about bills? Will you take a lower paying job you actually enjoy because you do not need the money as badly? That is the power of this benefit. It does not just add dollars. It adds freedom. It changes the way you make choices. It changes the way you live. And that is something no 9-to-5 job can ever match. So here's my challenge to you. Stop seeing disability as shame. Start seeing it as leverage. Stop comparing your rating to someone else. Start asking, how can you use yours to build the life you want? Stop running in the rat race. Start stacking benefits, because the benefit that pays you more than your job is right there. All you have to do is claim it, respect it, and use it wisely. And if you do, you will realize that 3 years in uniform can buy you not just a lifetime bag, but a lifetime of choices, peace, and freedom. Drop a comment if you have any question and I will answer them. Watch this video that you too think you will like. If this helped you, subscribe for more plays that turn service into freedom. Thank you for watching till the end. Peace. I'm gone.